If you keep giving without filling your own cup first, it's not love, it's self-abandonment. And it's time now for you to come home to yourself. I've seen it so many times over and over again in my own life, but also with people around me and people I'm working with, that they keep giving to other people. And in the end, they are completely dried up. They have no energy left, no time left to fill up their own cup. And even though in society it's kind of become almost a pandemic. Like it's so widespread that people do that because we're being told that we have to focus on others first. Don't focus on yourself because that's narcissism, that's like coming from ego and all that stuff. But that is just not true. And I want to share with you, like through my own experiences and through what I've been working with other people on, how to fill up your own cup while still be there for others, but without sacrifice. And I'm going to share with you a few tools that have come in very, very handy to do so. All right, my name is Martin. Hello and welcome to this channel. I really my purpose with this is to share myself openly, authentically, and especially unapologetically, to share with you my experiences, my learnings throughout my whole life, and with the hope to inspire you to live a self-led life where you can find joy and purpose and actually live it with the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, that you embrace your life, that you embrace yourself. And this video today is really all about that, how you embrace yourself, how you embrace your own life, not by excluding other people, but putting yourself first and then include other people and support them with what you have left of you, which is going to be so much more than spending everything you have, all the energy, all the love, etc., without filling your own cup first. And I know it's difficult. It's not easy to put yourself first in a society where putting yourself first is kind of like people think you're putting yourself on a pedestal and make yourself like, oh, I'm better than everybody else. I know more. It's all about me, me, me. No, it's absolutely not that. What it means is that you are seeing your own worth, that you're practicing self-love, and that you're saying to yourself, I matter too. I matter too. Because the problem is, if you are giving everything you've got to other people, your cup will be completely dry and you will depend on other people filling your cup. And then a codependency starts. A codependency in relationships, in romantic relationships, in friendships. You always depend on other people filling your cup, while when you then receive it, you just pass it on to the next person. And in the end, you will never feel that there's anything left for you. And I want to ask you, to invite you to change that. When it comes to filling your own cup first, there's a few things that happen when you don't do that. I've shared it already where it's like you're completely dried out. But what does that mean? First, it means emotionally. You're emotionally giving so much without then receiving it. Because let's be honest, and I've experienced that in previous relationships all the time, and also friendships, especially in my youth. I've given everything. I've given it my all. I was there for them. I supported them. And they left me. They kicked me out of their lives. They ended the friendship. They ended the relationship. And I was left completely dried out with nothing left. and I had to pick myself up. That was painful. It was devastating. Why? Because I depended on them to fill up my cup while I was filling up theirs. But once I filled up their cup, they didn't need me anymore. The problem with that is that once there's that dynamic of neediness, no matter if it's from which side it's coming from, neediness is always going to result in some kind of conflict. Because if you, in the end, both sides need something. You need to give. You need someone to have an empty or half empty cup so that you can give them. And what that usually entails is that by giving, you want to be acknowledged. You want them to show or tell you that they love you, that you are worthy. So often, worthiness is connected with how much can I give and kind of prove myself that I am worthy, that I am loved, that I am appreciated. Most of the time, though, once the other side got what they needed, when they're also in that neediness, then you stand there by yourself and you're like, what the hell happened? Where did they go? Didn't I give enough? And then a lot of self-doubt comes in, a lot of self-criticism, and you kind of forget who you are because you abandoned yourself. Also, when it comes to filling up someone else's cup all the time, it has an effect on you physically. If you always go beyond your limits, your body is going to react to it. You're going to have no energy left for yourself. You will not be able to take care of yourself. And that can result in sickness, in complete depletion, in burnout, depression, any kind of pick one. It's so many things that can happen on a physical and also mental level when you do not take care of yourself first. Have you experienced that? If you have, share in the comments. I want to know about what people are going through as well, who resonate with this, so that we can support each other and also encourage other people that we are not alone in this. I've been there, and I've been there recently. I'm here to share with you what I learned and how I'm also dealing with it right now. So there's a few things that I've implemented in the past few weeks or months. As I shared in my other videos, in the beginning of the year, I went through a breakup, which was completely devastating to me. And why? Because my cup was completely empty. I gave so much to that person. I gave everything to that person. My love, my attention, my affection, my time. I was always available. I rescheduled other things that were important to me to be there for them. And when I was left, I didn't even have myself anymore to take care of me. I was completely devastated. I was in the gutter because I had absolutely nothing left emotionally, physically, mentally. I didn't see any kind of way to move forward. And mind you, I've been in the business of coaching for a few years. I have so many tools, but nothing kind of worked. Why? Because I was taking away the opportunity to fill my cup from the outside. And the one tool I totally forgot about was how to fill my own cup. And step by step, I rediscovered how can I connect to myself again? How can I fill my own cup first before I then go out and share it with other people? Because I can't be there for others if my cup is not full. It's kind of like you're taking a car, you want to give someone a ride. Their car is like the fuel is half empty. And then you take the fuel out of your car, put it in theirs, and then you get into your car and you're trying to start it, but it's not moving. Of course not, because there's no fuel left. If you then depend on that person that you gave everything to give it back to you, well, good luck. So, fueling your own self is now what you need to do. Now is the time. So, what are things that you can actually do? First, as always, heal. Feel it to heal it. Tune into yourself. Because with healing, you will realize and recognize certain things about yourself that you have might suppressed or that you didn't even know about. But going through a healing process, yes, it might feel draining in the beginning, but it's going to fuel you because you're going to rediscover yourself. You're going to find a deeper connection with yourself. And that sometimes means that you're shutting yourself off of other people, from other people for a while, and just tune into yourself to create that space and that safety for yourself. What helps me a lot is meditation. Meditation is like me tuning into myself 100% and just being present with myself. And it shifted everything for me. Now when I still have ups and downs. I'm not saying like I'm completely healed and I'm like joyful and happy 24/7. No, I have like pain coming out of my body, and like yesterday I was just crying. I woke up and I started crying and I was like, okay, just gonna sit there with it. I'm like over it. I'm done. I don't want to feel this way anymore. But then I was like, you know what? Feel it. Let it out. Make space for it. I meditated. I tuned into myself. I went for a very long walk. Connected with nature, connected with myself. Today I woke up and I was like, ooh, I feel good. I feel more alive. I feel more at peace. So meditation, mindfulness are things that are incredibly helpful if you're reconnecting with yourself and recharging yourself. Another thing is when I was in acting school in New York a few years ago, I had a a dance teacher. It was dancing classes. And he said, because very often we came in and, we were like low energy and we were just like moving slowly. And he was always like, come on, move. Energy creates energy. And this teacher, he was just like, he had so much power, so much energy. Like it was contagious. It was so incredible. But he always said, energy creates energy. You have to move for your body to create the energy that you want to feel. You cannot wait for the energy to be there and then you start moving. No, it's like back and forth. And that's what I also want to share with you. What I'm also doing, and pretty much the first thing what I did in the beginning of the year when I felt like this heaviness and emptiness within me, I started with Kung Fu again. I moved my body. I went to my limits, what I felt were my limits physically, and it created a lot of energy, which then I could transform into momentum to work on myself emotionally and mentally. And paired with meditation, it was a game changer. I wouldn't be where I am today with like emotionally with the experience I had if I had not done this, if I had not implemented that. I would not be able to share this with you. I would not even record this video right now if I hadn't done that. So energy creates energy. It's super important that you move your body. If it's going for a walk, if it's yoga or sports, working out, like whatever is also some kind of like a joyous experience for you. Go climbing or whatever you also connect with fun. Even though it might not feel like fun in the moment, but something that you know it can also be fun. And another thing that I would recommend, one of my coaches in the past kind of gave me this tool. It's like a bag of goodies, meaning make a list of things that you know that either in the past or in this moment too, depending on what you're going through, that you know that you're resonating with it and it gives you some kind of positive feeling. And again, that could be movement, that could be meditation, but it can also be like a good meal. It could be conversations with a loved one, with a friend. Could be taking a nap. Whatever you feel is resonating with you that helps you get into different space mentally, emotionally, and also physically. And then every day, pick one of those things. Pick one of those things that you say, this is what I'm going to do today. It can be the same thing for a few days, whatever resonates with you. Just pick one and then do it. And then tune into yourself and say, how does that feel? Putting myself first, doing something for me. That's why I love morning routines, not because they're a routine and like to better myself or whatever. That's a side effect. But what I love about morning routines is that I'm doing stuff for myself before I go out there, go to work, work with clients, record videos. Like before I go into the world to serve others, I first take care of myself. I fill my own cup first thing in the morning. And that gives me so much energy that I can go out there and give to others. I can always, always, always feel a difference from when I do the morning routine and take care of myself first thing in the morning compared to the times where I don't. I always feel a difference. Because if I don't do it throughout the day, I always need like kind of to take a few minutes and be like, okay, I need to refuel. I need to refuel. How do I do that? Like it's very, very difficult to maintain the energy that I want to when I'm working, when I work with clients. It's like I want to move. I want to really have that energy. I also want to be able to energetically create space for them. I can only, or I can do that best when I first take care of myself in the morning. So to recap, take care of yourself physically. Physically, it's so important to, because if you keep if you keep spending and not take care of yourself, then you will physically get sick, you will be drained, you will feel like there's nothing left that you can do to even get up. Get active, move. Energy creates energy. And the bag of goodies. Write something down that you know that help you get into a more positive, into a more high vibe kind of feeling and vibration, and pick one every day to show yourself, I am worthy. I deserve to be treated well. I deserve to be looked after. That is self-love. This is the definition of self-love, to take care of yourself, to give yourself what you need, to appreciate yourself. Self-love. It's not narcissism, it's not putting yourself on a pedestal. It's just you giving yourself the worth that you deserve. All right, if you like this video, please like, share, and comment. It would mean the world to me. And as always, lots of love, Big hug, and I hope to see you in the next video.